Hello, welcome to the March 2021 video edition of the Iowa General Fund Monthly Revenue Memo. I'm Jeff Robinson, Senior Fiscal Analyst for the Iowa Legislative Services Agency, the nonpartisan support agency of the Iowa Legislature. For this video, I will discuss Iowa General Fund revenue for fiscal year 2021 year-to-date, and I will also review the recent update General Fund revenue projections made by the Revenue Estimating Conference. Iowa net general fund revenue on a fiscal year basis and excluding transfer revenue increased $375 million and 7.1% through the end of March 2021. Iowa's three main sources of general fund revenue, individual income tax, sales and use tax, and corporate income tax, have each contributed significantly to the year's growth. Some of the growth in individual income tax is due to a lower level of income tax refund issuance in recent weeks when compared to the same time frame last year. The majority of individual income tax refunds are usually issued over the months of March and April, as taxpayers who are owed tax refunds tend to file before the usual tax return due date of April 30. While almost $210 million in individual income tax refunds was issued this year in March, that amount is about $65 million below last year's March level. Two factors have combined to slow the writing of refund checks this year. First, the federal tax system was opened up about 2 weeks later this year than last, and this acted to delay the filing of both federal and state returns. Second, significant federal tax legislation was enacted in early March, and since some of the changes affected the filing of tax year 2020 returns, this also acted to delay the filing of both federal and state returns. It remains to be seen whether the lower level of income tax refunds this year will be sustained through the remainder of the income tax filing season. The State Revenue Estimating Conference, or REC, met on March 19 and increased the existing revenue estimates for both the current fiscal year 2021, and the fiscal year that begins July 1, fiscal year 2022. The new REC estimates for the current year added $109.6 million to the estimate provided in December, and the growth for fiscal year 2021 is now projected to be $148.3 million and 1.9%. For fiscal year 2022, the REC added $120 million to the December estimate for that next fiscal year, and the new estimate equates to $306.7 million and 3.8% growth compared to the latest fiscal year 2021 estimate. To summarize, the current fiscal year shows 7.1% growth through the end of March, and that is well ahead of the 1.9% growth projected for the entire fiscal year. The growth this year is spread across the main drivers of Iowa General Fund revenue. In a normal year, a good idea of how the individual income tax return season is impacting annual total revenue growth can be achieved by late April or early May. However, differences in how individual income tax was processed last year, a year when the COVID-19 pandemic significantly altered the timing of tax return submittal and processing, and how the returns will be processed this year, a year when federal changes and due date delays will also impact the timing of tax processing, will push the ability to analyze the general fund revenue situation to late June this year. Thank you and goodbye. Continue to stay safe and well, and please check out the next monthly video memo in early May.